What's up, Taekwondoistas? Welcome to my Taekwondo journey, where I talk about how I use Taekwondo in my daily life. Today I just passed my green belt test, so I wanted to give some insight on what green means, the green belt means in Taekwondo, and what green means to me. So I did some meditation. First, actually, I will read to you from this book, my favorite Taekwondo book called Taekwondo, Ancient Wisdom for the Modern Warrior, and I'll read about what it says about the green belt level. So it's 7th group, and it symbolizes the spring, the beginnings of growth, as in the growth of a young plant with leaves reaching the sky. Techniques such as sweeping are introduced, and the student must exhibit caution. And I meditated on that for a while, and I was thinking, green to me means growth. Of course, when you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. So you always have to be growing in life, or else you're dying. So green is the opposite of death. It is life. It is lifeblood inside of you. But then I thought, okay, the student must exhibit caution. But when I see green, I see go. Like a green light means go, go, go. And I felt that my life so far, up into this point, and this point as well, has been all go, 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 all growth. Very busy in my career, very busy growing in Taekwondo and everything, and in life, and assimilating all my life lessons. But it's funny because yesterday I was watching a video from Keith Cunningham, and he said, okay, one of the biggest failures that business owners have is speed. So they grow really, really fast, and they grow too fast, and they end up dying, going out of business. So I guess that's what it means. As a green belt, you're going really fast. You're growing. As in life, don't grow too fast, or you might explode or something. I don't know what plants do when they grow too fast. They probably don't ever grow too fast. Anyways, that's my first thought on being a green belt. I want to share many different things of what green means in many different cultures, and teach kind of the life lessons that I've learned. So, symbolizing Green Belt Day, I'll start off with the 8 levels of consciousness. And green in the 8 levels of consciousness, which is a type of kind of a model that you go up. You start off very egocentric as a baby. It's all about me, me, me. And then as you grow, you go through the colors and you become more ethnocentric, which is you care about your family as well. You're not so ego-driven, like, oh, I'm the center of the world. Then you go into a state that's like, okay, my team is the center of the world. My religion is the center of the world. My country is the center of the world. But green is special because it signifies the entrance into like a world-centric consciousness. So green is socially conscious, and it's driven by contribution and connection, and I feel that fits me perfectly. I've always been in the green level for a while now, and getting this green belt is actually very, very special to me because it just kind of culminates my whole socially conscious state of being, state of mind. And it says, this level is driven by human connection, consensus, being egalitarian, sharing feelings, caring, and a sense of community. There are close ties to the human spirit, values, and community. Individuals at this level explore the inner self and see hierarchy as a problem. That is so me. I love to explore how I am on the inside, and hierarchy doesn't mean anything to me. Title doesn't mean anything to me. I'm the type of leader where I lead by example. I don't need a title. I just need to care. And so I believe in servant leadership, where you're taking care of your team, not just your team, but like everyone, adding value to the world, making a difference, serving others. So for instance, have you ever had a business that met your overextended and met your needs even more than you thought, or that you expected? I mean, how good did you feel about that? And you didn't even have to complain or go to customer service, because they're like, hey, I know your problem. I'm going to take care of you. And because you went through this, I'm going to do this for you. And you're like, wow, they made it so easy for me. And it's like taking care of people. And then those types of businesses succeed because, word of mouth goes very fast. So green in that sense, I relate to that contribution and connection that socially conscious people have. You know, very green, very liberal in the American sense, although I do not have a political orientation at all. I don't want to identify with any of those. But that's kind of like what it means to me. And it's funny because if you look at the chakra system as well, green signifies the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is all about gratitude and love consciousness. And I noticed a few days before my green belt test, I woke up and I just felt immense gratitude. Like I was making a salad the other day and I had lemon, and I felt so grateful to be able to have this lemon and put it on my salad because it was so nourishing. It was cheap, but it gave me so much value because I knew it was making me healthier. Vitamin C, it's great for my immunity. It made the salad taste amazing because if you put lemon instead of vinegar, it makes the salad taste a lot more amazing, and it doesn't have that acidity, that aging aspect that vinegar has. Lemon has a lot of nutritional benefits. So I was just really, really grateful that I got to do that, because sometimes, you know, people might not be awake to know that eating healthy is very, very important for you. And sometimes people might not have the money to be able to get a lemon for themselves or get a salad for themselves. And I acknowledge that, and I acknowledge all the struggle in the world, and I feel like I have this. It's a privilege, you know. I'm privileged to be able to nourish my body in this way. And because of that, I have so much to give to others, and it's a privilege to be able to share knowledge with others, share help with others, because we are so abundant as we are now. And another funny thing that happened to me yesterday was I went to Bikram yoga class. You know, I like to pair Bikram yoga with Taekwondo, although I can't always afford going to Bikram yoga classes and do Taekwondo or have time. What I was grateful for is my yoga mat. And I had it since 2007, and I bought it from Borders bookstores. And that, if you guys know anything about that company, it has been bankrupt for several years now. So I got it at Borders bookstores on sale for $10 in 2007, and I still use it now. It's 11 years later, and I have used it, you know, almost daily at some points in my life. And I just loved it because I came out of the yoga class, I'm like, wow, this mat still functions perfectly. It still works well, and I love how soft it is. Like you can just bend it, but because it's so old and has been used so long, I'm like, wow, this is the best yoga mat. I would not trade it for a new one, like for anything, even if someone bought me the most expensive kind of yoga mat. I'm like, okay, I don't need that. This yoga mat is fine. You know, I honor this yoga mat. I've been through life with it. It's seen me through several different moves, several different gyms, you know, several different types of yoga. And it's been with me, you know, a long time in my life. And that made me think that gratitude for what you have is so much more important than concentrating on what you don't have. Obviously, right? But it goes a little bit deeper than that. So a lot of times, you know, even in the fashion industry or technology industry, people are like, oh, you have to buy the latest technology, or you have to buy what's in season. I feel like everybody is walking around with their eyes closed because they're going around and they're buying new clothes. I'm like, hey, all the clothes in your closet still fit you, right? Why aren't you using those clothes? Because it's a new year, a new season, and you need fashionable stuff, right? I thought, how silly is that? You are throwing away your money, you know, like, why would you do that? You know, just buy timeless classic pieces that resonate with who you are, and you never have to buy new clothes again until, you know, they get unwearable, or maybe you gain or lose weight and you need more clothes. And, you know, the gratitude aspect of this it just made me think how pointless and how, you know, how pointless a lot of marketing and industries are. They try to get you to spend money And you really don't have to. You really don't need to buy another yoga mat in like 20 years probably, you know, unless it breaks down or something like that. And clothing, you're spending a ton of money on clothes every year when you don't have to. It's your choice. Just think about that. Just think about, do you really need this? Because I know green also is money, right? A lot of times people think green, wealth, greed. But for me, green is the opposite of greed because it means taking care of your money. All my life, I've worked for my money except for when I was born, and you know, you have to have your parents take care of you. But I'm very grateful for all that help I had, you know, as a baby. I'm grateful for the shelter and the food that my parents gave me and the books for my education and stuff like that. But once you hit a certain point, you have to start earning your money, because if you just take, whether it's from the government or from your parents still, or, you know, any other type of relationship where you're not earning your own money, you're not valuing that. And because I've always worked for what I have immense value for everything. And I have this yoga mat and I still love it. I just felt so good coming out of yoga class with it. I felt like it supported me. And these things that you have, that you've had for a long time, if you just sit with them and you look at all the memories you shared with this item, it's really, really profound. And I encourage you guys to leave a comment below on this very, very, you know, this item that might not be the most expensive thing that you've had for many, many years. Share what that is and what experiences you've had with it, because I guarantee you're gonna feel amazing once you find one of these items in your closet or in your home somewhere. So speaking of green being greed and money, on the topic of money, I wanted to share some cool money hacks I found out. So I bought 5 Bikram yoga classes, and in order to get the best value, I actually got a Groupon for them. So I encourage you guys, if you don't use Groupon right now, it's so awesome. And you could get what you want, but just the only caveat is don't just scroll through Groupon, because you're going to end up buying something you don't need. But if there's something you really, really need, like I needed the Bikram yoga classes to maintain my flexibility, and things have been go at work that I needed to quiet my mind, settle down. So I got the Groupon and it was a great deal. But on top of that, there's another cool thing I want to share that saves money like crazy, and it's called ebates. So basically, I think, you know, it uses your info for marketing purposes, obviously, you know, what you buy and all that stuff. But if you're willing to trade that in, you can go through ebates and then go through other sites that you buy things online, like Amazon or Groupon, and you get cash back for your purchases. So for instance, there was a sale on Groupon, and it's like the stars all aligned for me at this time. But there was a sale on Groupon where if I got a Groupon, I got $20% cash back. So it's like, whoa, I spent this awesome Groupon on 5 yoga classes that I can heal myself, and I get 20% of that back in cash. I'm like, yes. So I'm going to leave a link down below. Of course, if you use my link, you know, I get a portion of no, I don't get a portion of anything. Actually, I think I just get some kind of credit whatsoever, and you guys also probably get a credit. I don't know, but I'll leave a link down below. I just wanted to, you know, be completely transparent. You know, I don't want to pretend that, oh, you know, if you use my link, nothing's going to happen. But yes, so I put it down below. So you could take advantage of this awesome, awesome service. I definitely have a lot of my wealth conscious friends doing it. And I believe, as does Warren Buffett, that if you keep track of everything that goes out and meaningfully spend everything that goes out, you become wealthy, not just monetarily, but your gratitude for the things you have expands. And for me, wealth is not just the sum of money. It is the experiences you have, the gratitude you have of the things you have, your home, your friends, your food, everything. And speaking of food, I do believe that health is wealth, and going on the green theme, I wanted to make something for me that was green to celebrate my green belt. And so I got this. I already opened it and drank some of it. It's amazing. It is kombucha. It's organic green kombucha. And kombucha is a fermented tea. The fermented stuff in the kombucha is great for your digestion and immune system. This one is green because it has spirulina and chlorella. This stuff is very, very amazing, packs a protein punch and keeps you very, very healthy. So if you can find anything with spirulina, spirulina makes it this dark green color, but it is amazing for your health and well-being and energy. Spirulina and chlorella, I've found, make me a lot more energetic. And with this, I'm gonna have this awesome green salad. It's very alkaline. So if you follow anything about the alkaline diet, a good way to know if your thing or if your food is alkaline is if it's a live food like spinach and it's green. You know, that's just a good clue. I also have radishes in there that is also alkaline, and some nuts, some pumpkin seeds are green. Yeah, I do something special. Every time I get a belt color, I do like, okay, I'm gonna make a drink and I'm gonna make food of that belt color. I didn't make this, but it's so good. So I recommend trying kombucha. I know it sounds very hippie, but it's definitely good for your health. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you guys for watching so much. And if you have something very, very old and trusted that you're so grateful for, leave a comment below. And I love to hear your stories. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.